Good morning, welcome back to Asgard, and welcome to another episode of our Crackpack modded Minecraft Let's Play series. So if you recall last episode, we were working a bit with magic, making advancements with blood magic, Thaumcraft, as well as Botania. Now since last episode, I haven't really got a whole lot of time to build, decoratively anyway, because of the issues I had with the footage for the last episode, kind of setting me back. And then in addition, I had a lot of issues the same day with my Skyrim editing. But I did get a lot done aside from decorative building. I did add some more storage cells in there. Over here, we now have pretty much everything from Mechanism automated. So if we take a look in here, you'll see we have refined iron. We have all the enrichment or infusing stuff done. We have the compressed stuff done. We have a lot of crafting related to Mechanism done. So quite a bit over there. And then over here, you'll notice I started bringing the Draconic Evolution relays around this inner circle here. In here, well, you'll notice I have a large steel tank set up over there. We're going to be using that today. And then in here, I've revamped everything. I don't have everything plugged up just yet because that's what we're going to be doing this episode. But I do have 4 electrolytic separators set up. The hydrogen coming out the left side into these ultimate gas tanks. The oxygen coming out the right side to these ultimate gas tanks. And if you take a look in Mechanism, I keep forgetting to disable that fluid thing. Ever since I updated Mechanism, I apologize. But once it loads all this the first time, it doesn't have to load it again, so that's a plus, I guess. There we go. Okay, so if you take a look in here, the ultimate gas tanks are pretty simple, just 4 osmium. You do need the elite gas tanks and then atomic alloys, so you kind of have to work your way up. But once you get everything automated and you have some resources, it's fairly easy, especially with the compressed diamond and obsidian and redstone and all that stuff. So these do hold a lot. They hold 512,000 for their capacity, which is quite a bit. So I set up 3 of those, and I also have these set up to dump excess at the moment. And actually, it looks like that's all filled right now. So I'm actually going to set this to idle for the time being until we get this stuff up and running. Because once we get it up and running, it's going to be using a lot of this stuff. But I've had this set up for a pretty good while now, so while I was getting everything else prepped. And then over here, I've set up double elite purifying factories with oxygen being fed in the back, elite crushing factories, enriching, and then smelting. And then all that just feeds into an ender chest here. And then these are all being powered with a Draconic wireless relay down below. These electrolytic separators are still plugged up. Oh, I need to light this up. These electrolytic separators are still plugged up with the ender conduits in the back side. And I actually need to light that up. Okay. So that's what I've got set up for today's episode. Now today we're going to be doing ore quadrupling. And then after that, it'll really just be a small step forward to get the quintupling going. So since we're running 1.9.3, I think, of Mechanism, there's actually something that we can do to really boost our salination towers, or our evaporation towers. I remember they changed the name, so now it's solar or thermal evaporation instead of whatever it was. So I've already got this stuff set up to be able to be automated, so we'll go ahead and get the control block crafted, and let's go ahead and get I don't know, let's do like 4 valves for right now. I think should be fine. And then we are going to craft up how is that all it takes? Oh yeah, because it's mainly refined iron, that's right. Let's actually go ahead and craft like 200 of these. Now it used to be just a ton of copper, but they've changed it since they changed the name of it and everything. But if you notice, it's fairly quick to craft that up for us. So we'll go ahead and grab that, all this good stuff. And we're going to be doing a little bit different of a setup, but I still want to use the 4 advanced solar panels because you can use these things in conjunction. So let's get that crafted up really quick. You'll notice these are kicking on. But see, what's nice about using the elite factories is, if you notice, it can process a lot of stuff at once, which is wonderful. And I don't actually have any speed upgrades in this at the moment, because one thing you have to keep in mind with the elite factories is when you start putting a lot of speed upgrades into these, it does become kind of expensive on power. So just a heads up on that. Eventually we will, it's just I don't want to drain all of our power just running, you know, like our elite factories, especially in the ore processing area, places where it's going to be constantly running. We're going to hold off on doing that, because honestly, even with tripling, we have tons of resources, you know, with the quarry running and everything, so not too big of an issue. So let's go ahead and start setting this up. Now we are going to we're going to try to build the maximum size, which is 4x4, which that's standard. You have to always do it as a 4x4, but we're going to try to go for 18 high, which is the max size, but it's definitely worth it. Definitely worth building out the max size on it. So we're going to start with just a solid floor here. And you can actually build these kind of into the ground. I don't usually do it because I like the way the towers look. I like tall buildings and tall structures. So I don't generally do that. Now keep in mind, if you build this in a hot biome, especially like a desert, you're going to get better output on it using the solar power. However, I'm going to go ahead and build this here because fairly soon we're actually going to change this biome type to desert. So then we'll get the 2 times modifier, but we won't have to actually build it away from the base. Originally I was planning on doing a teleportation system this episode, because if you notice, we actually have an ender tank on top of here, which I kind of need to light this area up, actually. Because I started setting this up because I was going to set up the area off in a desert that I'd found, but then I was like, well, they've changed up this system a little bit, so we're going to try this first. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And then we'll put the 18th layer like that. And that. Actually I want that, because we are going to put our control block here. Yeah. And if you notice, that's over there, I've got that ramp leading up. That's actually going to come up and connect to the top of our towers and connect to the tank and everything. So you know, we'll still be able to access our towers, so that's not really going to be an issue. But like I said, I do like the tall buildings and tall structures. Especially this area, it's going to be like a factory type refinery ore processing area. So I want it to look a bit industrial with the big towers and everything. And we're going to have multiples of these. Generally, 1 is nice to start with, but it's never enough. If you want your ores processing at like full speed and everything. Now, I will say that with this new system using heat, it may be a bit more doable with one now. I'm not entirely sure. So, almost done. I'll have to make a few more blocks, it looks like. Yeah. Okay. Oops, wrong one. So let's run over there. We'll get like another stack. I'm not too concerned about making too many of these because we will end up using them. So it's not really going to be a problem at all for us. And one thing I will say, I can't wait till we upgrade to the Awakened Draconium relays and stuff, because they have a lot more connections that they can have, and it'll definitely make our wireless stuff a little bit easier to set up, but for now that's okay. I'm happy with the normal ones though too, because honestly, Draconium, especially once you have a quarry, but even before then, Draconium's not terrible to come by realistically, and making those relays is just an amazing power transportation source so early into the game and everything. And actually, we have these valves we need to put down, but I'm going to wait just a second on those, because I want to get, first off, I want to get a reservoir. And I've actually taught our system to automatically craft reservoirs too, because I absolutely love reservoirs, if you don't already know that, because they're just such a very good way to do an infinite water source, especially considering you can automatically extract from it just by using a wrench on it. And we're also going to want our solar generators, and yeah, the other thing that we're going to want, let's go ahead and look into that, is Mechanism has added this mechanic for heat, and there's these thermodynamic conductors. I haven't actually taught this how to make that. Let's really quickly teach our system how to make. I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't tell what the difference is, like how much heat these can actually pull. But we're going to go ahead and teach it to make the advanced ones. I tend to like using the advanced pipes from Mechanism. So we'll go ahead and get we'll get another set of these. Yeah. 8 of those. And then we want some way to produce the heat. So let's see. There was a couple options I saw in here. There is the cool. Stop it. There is, let's see, the resistive heater. God dang it. Okay. Oh my god, this is driving me insane. Okay, well anyway, let me pull it up in here. I think it'll actually let me do this. Let's see. There's this resistive heater, a condensed coiled resistor capable of converting electrical energy directly into heat energy. And then there's also this formulaic, no, not that one. This fuel wood heater produces large quantities of heat by burning combustible items. I don't know I'm assuming that this fuel wood heater would probably be the best that burns combustible items. So what we might do... Yeah, I think what we're going to do is let's get an alloy smelter. I know I had one from the ore setup that we had. And let's go ahead and get a capacitor, because we've got some of those left over. And let's get... I know we've got an inner chest here. I don't want to use this one. But let's go ahead and get ourselves a couple inner chests, I think. Oh, we don't have any blaze rods? Yeah, we do. I know I do. In this bag. I need to dump all this stuff out. I forgot about it. It gets in those bags and it just totally slips my mind. Okay, so we got these two, and let's pick a color. Let's go with, we don't have cocoa beans. Of course we don't. I think that's blue, blue, blue. Yeah, so we'll just go, I'll tell you what, let's just go blue, white, white on the ender chests. And let me grab some item conduits as well. I'll just grab a bunch of these. Might as well. And what I think I'm going to do is set up something to produce charcoal for us. You know, I could probably use a barrel as well. I'm thinking. Yeah, so we'll just, let me grab some. Do I have energy conduits on me by chance? Probably not. No, okay. Let me order some really, really quick. We have a bunch of them in there. I don't need a bunch of them though. Okay, let's get that, and let me really, really quickly craft up a barrel. Okay. And my inventory is all jacked. I apologize. That I can just throw back into here. And then what we'll do is, let's set up... Why is this not running? Out of curiosity. It doesn't have power. And why does it not have power? Good question. Because that is all plugged up. That's kind of going to cause an issue for what I was wanting to do here. These are generating RF. I just don't know where it would be going. If not... Oh, I know where it's going. It's going to all those factories and stuff. I betcha. Oh, I'm going to have to do something with that, I think. Well, shoot. That's no good. Okay. We'll set up something temporary for right now, and then I'll change it up a little bit after this episode. So, we're just going to put a... Oh, whoops. I need to change this color over first. So, blue, white, white, and we're going to have it extract and insert into this chest. And then we will send all of this over here. Nope. Wrong building. And I think... Let me see. Okay, actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Sorry, I'm like running around in circles here. let's get these out and these out. And let me grab my... Oh, where'd it go? There it is, crystal binder. And let's go ahead and we'll put our chest up. For right now, I'll put it right here. This will be fine. And then we're going to set up our alloy smelter right here. Item conduits. And let's make this blue, white, white. There we go. There's our oak. And we'll set this to extract, always active. Insert it into here. We're going to set this up. We'll set it just to furnace only for right now. And then we'll put our capacitor in there. And... oh, I was looking for those relays, but I forgot they're still in here. So we'll grab that. That I don't really need anymore. And let's go get this stuff connected. So what I'm going to do is... I'll actually just go down right here. And... now I know I could honestly just use a connector since it's just one, but I don't have any on hand right now, and I'm not too concerned about it right this second. Not really concerned about it. Why is it not... Oh, you don't want to connect. Position saved. There we go. Okay. And we'll connect that one up. And there we go. So now this is smelting and making charcoal, and everything is wonderful. So now let's get this set up with that. And there we go. Let me close this floor back in. Okay, so now we're producing charcoal, and so now we just need that combustible thing. And let me go ahead and we're going to add in a couple. I guess we'll do it right here, I think. Or actually, let's do it on the bottom. Do that. And that, and then let's set up our reservoirs here, and let's give it some water. And these reservoirs actually produce water at a fairly rapid rate, so they do handle this pretty well. Where did my wrench go? There we go. And let's go ahead, set that to extract. Will it not? Oh, it won't. That's a pain in the ass. Okay, so let's change this up just a little bit. I apologize. And that. Because basically we just need quite a bit of water pumping into this, because it is going to go through water at a fairly rapid rate, so... Or you know what? It may not... I bet you it didn't connect because I haven't technically formed the multi-block yet. Because you have to come in here and activate it. But we are going to actually go ahead and put in our solar generators too, which will free up a bit of space. And the power that these produce, you can actually send this down and actually use the power. So now you notice it's starting to heat up a little bit, and I'm kind of curious now. I apologize, I keep moving this thing around, but I'm kind of curious now if it would pump water out. It should. but I want to double check it because it would actually save us some piping, and honestly, it's just as efficient to do this. Yeah, it does. Okay, cool. So, and one thing I am going to do, I'm going to build a little, like, nook here for right now that we can actually stand on, because I don't like just having to run hover and try to stay afloat. We do need to upgrade our jetpack fairly soon. It's way late on that. Oh, it's actually producing brine at night right now. Huh. That's new, because used to it wouldn't. Now it's not producing a whole lot. The temperature's not really rising all that fast. But what we're going to do is we are going to set up our heaters now. So the way I understand it, we just plug them into these valves, and it's going to transfer the heat from the heater to the multi-block. So what we're going to do, let's get our fuel wood heater, and I'm going to go with that because it says it generates a lot of heat. So what are we going to need? We're going to need furnaces. That's not really a problem. And 2, because I'm going to craft 2 of these. I don't know if I'm really going to need 2, but and then let's get just a couple steel casings. There we go. And let's go get this set up now. And then we should be all set on the tower itself. And you know, we're actually going to need another valve to output the liquid, and I need to move that up there. That's fine. Honestly, I bet 1 valve would probably be enough for this. So we'll set up a single valve there. And we'll set up our piping. We'll put our heaters, thinking right here. Yeah. And then what we'll do is we'll just plug in these pipes like that, and then just run our item conduits through the back there. Okay, extract, always active. Set this to insert and insert. And let's set this to actually round robin mode. So now you'll notice that our heat is skyrocketing and our brine production is increasing. So now really quickly we need to get this plugged in so that it's actually pumping our brine into this. So we're going to set our we need it on the bottom, I believe. So let's, I think it has to be on the bottom. Actually, it could be up here possibly. I don't recall if it has to be on the bottom or not. We're going to try it up a little bit higher, and we'll see what it does. So we'll do that, and then let's put our valve right there. And let's get our, we should have some fluid pipes, I should think. Yeah, pressurized. We've got some ender ones, but not enough. So we'll just go with pressurized for now. It's not really a problem. What the hell? It didn't send them for whatever reason. There we go. Okay. So we'll get that all plugged up. Set that to extract. And there we go. Now we're getting brine in our tank, which is great. God. Okay, there it goes. About to say, it's like, man, it's not even like touching that brine. Oh, we don't have enough water in this. Shoot. Okay. Give me just a second. I'm going to increase the amount of water that we're putting into this, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, welcome back. So I think what we're going to do is use transfer nodes from extra utilities. I tried doing multiple reservoirs and everything, and it's not enough. Especially as this thing heats up, there's no way. Basically, we just can't do it. So we'll put a couple world interaction upgrades into each of these. In the past, I've ran it with only like 3 of these, 4 of these, something like that. With just a couple world interactions. They are very, very powerful. I am doing a few of them right now just to see, because it does seem like we're going to need a bit of liquid output. So hopefully this will be enough. And then I also crafted some ultimate mechanical pipes to connect onto here, because these extra utilities pipes can't connect straight onto the evaporation plant. So we'll go with that, and realistically I could probably set one up here too and have it all pumping into the same valve. But let's see, are we coming out positive on water? Oh my god, still not? How is it possible? Now we are slowly building up brine, which just means we need better brine output. This thing is so fast now. It's crazy. Like, I've noticed it's very different than it was prior to 1.9. Honestly, though, I think we'll probably just set this up. We'll go with that. And let's go ahead. We'll give that one 3. We'll give this one 3. This one 3. And, like, this one 3. And then maybe... I mean, it looks like... Yeah, I mean, we just need more brine output is all that any of that means. Okay, let me see. If I was to, say, plug this up, can this automatically pump out? Is it pumping out? Oh, it's not. Okay. That's what I was afraid of. I'll probably end up changing this over at some point. But for now, we'll just, just for the sake of it, we'll just put one of these on there. Because I know this episode's running a little bit longer than intended, and we haven't got all this stuff plugged up just yet. So. Okay, welcome back. Our water's steadily dropping now. This thing produces an insane amount of brine now. But I am going to just keep an eye on it. We honestly may not need as many of those as I was expecting. But I'll try to upgrade that water output. Just throw some more water interaction upgrades in those after this episode. But anyway, let's go ahead and get that plugged up now. So the way that we're going to do that is I did craft up some interfluid conduits because I needed them for over there. But what we're going to do is we're going to just extract this and bring it just right out the bottom here. And then we're going to have it come over into here. And I'm thinking, I've already got the stuff crafted here that we're going to need. So, let's see. First thing that we're going to want is a electrolytic separator. So we'll just set that up. Let's see. I guess we'll just set that up right here. And actually, let's go ahead and move that and bring that up. And let's go ahead and drop down here. Let me go charge up my jetpack and get those cables ran. I know the episode's running long, and I apologize. And I'll be back in just a second. Okay, welcome back. Now, if you notice, I've got that plugged up, and it's separating the brine into sodium on the left-hand side and chlorine on the right-hand side. And we're going to set it for right now to just dump the excess sodium, because if you look here, let me pull this up. Oh. Well, you don't want to pull up. If I recall, there's not really, we can make liquid sodium, which turns back into sodium. So there's not really much of a use to keep the sodium, that I know of anyway, off the top of my head. But what we want is the chlorine. So what we're going to do is we're going to have it pull that out, and let's see, I have some more pressure tubes and ultimate gas tanks, and we're just going to have that pull out and bring it, say, over to here for right now anyway. So we've got this, and now what we need is we're going to need to create hydrogen chloride, which is a combination of this hydrogen and then the chloride that's coming through here. So to do that, we're going to need to get ourselves a chemical infuser. So let's just set this up. Let me think here. If I was to set it here. Okay, actually we're just going to set it right here. Let me move that stuff first. Okay. And then let me run, just really quickly, we'll put some power into this. Actually, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to use the crystal binder. Or is this no, that's just a relay. Okay. So we'll just use this for now. We'll tap this into that power. And now we should be good. This should have power, yes, and then we will, let me actually, oops, wrong pipe. Let me actually change the way this is laid out a little bit. Remove that, and we'll just bring these up. So we've got chlorine coming in here, and now we've got sodium coming in here, and they're combining together to create hydrogen chloride. So now let's go ahead and have that hydrogen chloride get pumped out. Oh, shoot. That's not what I wanted to have happen. And I'm going to have to readjust this, but for right now we will just bring it out to like right in here maybe, or no. We will just pump it to right. Sorry it's taking me a second. I'm trying to get everything laid out how I want it, or at least semi how I want it for right now. So we'll set up our ultimate gas tanks right there, and then what we'll do is now we just need our injecting factories. So we'll set these up, say right here, I think. And we'll dig this out for right now. So let's bring power up to these. And then let's dig out down here for right now. And we're out of those tubes. And actually it doesn't seem to be connecting anyway, so let me, or it doesn't seem to be pulling out the gas. So we'll just bring it through like this. So now we have hydrogen chloride in there. So now all we have to do is, let me grab some ore here. I know I've got some in one of these bags. Yeah. Which I'm not going to connect all this right this second because I know the episode's running long. But if we, for example, let's turn sort on, actually. If we had some iron come into this, it would sort it out, and you'll notice it'll start filling up these bars. Now it does run through the hydrogen chloride fairly quickly, so ideally we want to upgrade our system fairly soon. But you notice each of those turn into 4 iron shards. So we got 28 iron shards from those 7 ores. Wow, we have a ton of brine already. That's crazy. And then those shards would go into these purifying factories. I need to make sure all these are set to auto sort. That way it fills up that. And so now those iron shards are getting broken down into iron clumps. The iron clumps are getting broken down into the dirty iron dusts. And then the dirty iron dusts will create iron dust, which will then get smelted one day. Why is it not smelting? It has no power. Why does it have no power? Why you got no power? Oh yeah, that's right, because I didn't plug these in after I changed out the machine to the or after I set them up, I think. My bad. So let's find these. There we go. Okay. So now we're in business, and these are getting smelted, creating iron ore, and then that is going into there. So all I have to do is link these up. You know, underground, I have some item conduits down there. I'll link that up, and then it'll bring our items over to here. And then we will be all set. So, that is ore quadrupling. And like I said, it really doesn't take much after that point to get quintupling set up. So we'll do that fairly soon. And I'll show you guys a really nice way to set it up so that you don't have to waste a bunch of brine and stuff, a bunch of processing and everything. If you guys enjoyed it, as always, please comment, like, subscribe. It's very, very much appreciated. And next episode, we'll be diving back into some magical stuff. So I hope you guys join me for that. And until then, do take care, and I hope to see you guys then.